Hey, this is Carlos Fraser from Taxco Tips, and today we're going to talk about the five things you need to know about the 2021 child tax credit in under 5 minutes. So let's jump right into it. So this is educational. This is not legal advice. Please speak to your own tax professional about this. Jumping right into it. The plan would allow for number one, a 17-year-old to qualify for the credit. The reason why that is so important is because right now, if you're 17, you only qualify for $500. Once you turn 17, the child tax credit drops from $2,000 to $500. With the Biden and Harris plan, it's going to change to $3,000 for your 17-year-old because it makes sense. They're 17. They barely can buy liquor. Sometimes they can't even drive in some states. So they're still kind of a child. So they're giving you that $3,000. So that's the number one big change. Cha-ching! Cash money. The number two big change, it would increase the child tax credit from $3,000 to $3,600 for a child under the age of 6. So right now, a child under the age of 6 can get a child tax credit of $2,000 per child. Well, it doesn't really change about age because right now it's from 0 to 16, it's $2,000. Once you go over 16, it's $500 on up. So right now the child tax credit is $2,000. They're saying with the new plan, if you have a child under the age of 6, it won't be $3,000, it'll be $3,600. And that makes sense because these kids, especially if it's under 6-year-old, they keep on growing. I have a toddler myself. I know they're always eating. Their pants are always getting ripped. You always have to buy new pants, new shirts, new jeans, new jacket, new every single year. And most of the time they're in childcare, and childcare is not expensive. I feel like when I go into the childcare facility, they pull down a mask and they take out a gun and say, give me all your money. It feels like a mortgage being paid. So this is a great thing that they're doing. And you know it's money. Number three, they're going to remove the $2,500 earning floor. This is very, very important. Most people don't understand. Right now in 2020, you have to make at least $2,500 to even qualify for the child tax credit. So that means if you are on unemployment and you just worked a couple of months and you only earned $2,000, you wouldn't have qualified for the child tax credit if we didn't do a look back, which is a whole different story. So what they're saying is that no, for 2021, you do not have to do that. You can earn basically zero or have 100% of your money coming from unemployment. You don't have to worry about that $2,500 limit from either wages or self-employment. And that sounds like money. Yes, it sounds like money. Number four, and this is crazy, I tell you right now. Fourth, it would make the credit fully refundable. So right now in 2020, the credit that's refundable, if you do not have a lot of tax, they will be refunding $1,400. So your refund would increase by $1,400 per child under the age of 16 for $1,400. With the new plan, they're saying that they will give you 100% of the money, $3,000 or $3,600, depending on the age of the child. Oh my God, that sounds like money in your hand. Please like this video and share it so everyone you know can know about it, because I'm going to give you number five, which I believe is the craziest thing, but it is making more sense because they want to stimulate the economy and give this money to the people who have kids, because there's kids going in poverty. Their parents are almost homeless because they don't have their jobs because of COVID. They will give you half of the credit in advance between July of 2021 and December of 2021. That is basically about $250 or $300 if they're under 6 per child that will come to you in some form of direct deposit or something like that. So that is money 6 times. Count it: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my God. It's going to feel like the 90s again. People are going to be saying, I claim the kid, I just claim a kid, because the 90s were crazy. People were just popping up with kids out of nowhere and saying, oh yeah, this is my kid. You cannot tell your kid Christmas missed us in December when you're getting this money, especially if they're 16 and 17 years old. They're on Twitter, they're on Instagram, they're on TikTok. They're going to know that you got this money. There's going to be memes about it. And don't worry, there's a safe harbor provision that's in there if you get the money and you shouldn't have received it, especially parents that had odd, even years in their divorce agreement, someone claiming the child this year, someone claiming the child the other year. They're going to have safe harbor provisions for you. And then that brings you to a really good rule. We have to know the tiebreaker rules. There are rules to claim a child, especially for divorced parents or separated parents. And the first test they do is who has legal custody. If you don't have any legal agreement as to who has legal custody, I would get it now. If you can't get it now, that test you won't pass. So the next test is, who did the child live with the longest in the year? So I would gather proof for 2021 that your child lives with you. Change the address, get a library card, get something to prove that child lives with you and not the other spouse, because you want to make sure if you are ever questioned, you can prove that. Because if you can prove that 6 months or more that the child actually resided at your address, doctor records, something showing that, you win the test. Because if not, what then is going to happen is you have to go to test 3. And test 3 says, hey, if you don't have legal custody agreement, the child, for some strange reason, lives with both of you equally in 2021, whoever has the highest income is the person that's going to be able to claim that child. So I would definitely say right now, get the paperwork together, because I guarantee you the audit rates on the child tax credit is going to go up, because this is going to be a place where unscrupulous tax preparers are going to go into and get some fraud. But it's just what it is. You can't stop it. The people need the money. So odd and even parents, or if parents are separated, I would definitely try to get that information together. So right now, it's not law yet. It is basically March. It is March 7th right now. It's March 7th. I didn't know what day it was. It's March 7th right now. What we know is very little. Once the bill passed, TaxCo is going to read the bill in full, and we're going to give you as much information as humanly possible. But one thing I know, the summer is going to be crazy. Parents are going to be living. But one thing I would tell parents, make sure you put that money away for the kids somehow, some way, because something that's older than Jesus is money in your hands. Guys, I'd like to thank you for listening. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Share this with your friends and your family. This is Carlos Fraser from TaxCo Tips, and thank you so much. Have a great day.